Welcome back everyone to our fourth video in this series of Chainlit tutorials, and today we're going to be building an authentication page where the user can have a sign-in field where the user can enter his or her email and a password, and depending on the email and password you can give access to the user or you can deny them. Now, to do that, first, it's not very difficult, but let me show you. Up here, we're gonna create some environment variable or set some environment variable. You always dive run. First thing we're gonna be setting is our chainlit auth secret. And this can be anything, and you can use anyone's, so it doesn't really matter. But we're gonna create this chainlit auth secret. And to do that, we're going to be going back to our terminal and make sure you are connected to the virtual environment and do chainlit let's see, help. I forgot the exact command. It's probably chainlit secret. Yep, create secret, chainlit create secret. And this is going to create a chainlit auth secret along with the key. And this is, you can simply just copy it from here and paste it into your code. Obviously, going to remove this, and now we have a secret, chainlit secret, and this is our first step. The second thing we need to make is an authentication function, which is also pretty easy, pretty simple to do. We just need another decorator for it. Password auth callback, and gonna create function, give it any name, and it will take username as string, and it's going to take password as string again. Inside, we're going to just simply return cl.user and identifier equals to our username. So when we have cl.user identifier equals to username, so every time anytime a new user will log in from that authentication page, this is going to create a new session for them based on the identifier equals to username. So this is going to use their username to set their chat session. And the password, you can use the password. First of all, you can use the username if suppose you have a username, or you have a database of username and passwords, or the username could be an email. So if the username is something, and then you can check, then if the email is something, then you can say that the password, the username, would be something. And if the username is there in the database, you're going to check if the password matches with the password that you have in the database, and only then it will return this. Otherwise, you're going to have else none. So yeah, you can do that. But we don't have any database for it, so we're just simply going to use the entered username, and we're going to create a chat session based on that. And that's pretty much it. This is all you really need to create an authentication page. All right, we're going to check again if we have all the names correct or not. Chainlit auth secret and auth callback, password auth callback. Great. Now let's see if this works or not. I'm gonna go to our terminal and do chainlit run app.py. Now let's wait for it to boot up, and we can see we have our authentication page where we can log in, say something like a Syrian or admin or anything, admin and then password, doesn't really matter, but you can type anything We don't have any functionality for it. Enable unauthorized credential assign. Sorry, actually we made a very small mistake in the typing mistake, and that led to some unforeseen errors in the login page. So, well, I had accidentally written identifier here instead of identifier. Now let's see if this fixes anything or not. We're gonna close this up, Control C, and start our Chainlit app again. Alright, let's try logging again into it. Admin and admin. And yep, it worked. Great, now we are inside, and let's try to give it a query and see if it works or not. Hi, and it works. Hello, it's nice to meet you, I'm Quinn, etc, etc. So this is really great. So we have successfully created a login page, and you can also log out from here. And let me close the other ones. And now you can log in here, and password, and sign in, and we don't need to do this. And we can just start our chat. Now, next thing here is that we're going to do is change our logo. Currently, we can see Chainlit logo here, in Chainlit's name and logo, and we want to change that to our logo and our name. How are we going to do that? Well, it's pretty easy. And we're also going to change the name up here in the corner. You can see, sorry, bro, please enlarge. Yep, assistant. So we're going to change this to whatever you want. So let's do that now. Alright, the first thing that we will do is that you will need to go in the root directory where your app.py exists, and in there you will need to create a folder with the name public. Inside this folder, you're going to put your three logos in there. You have to put a logo dark and a logo light. The logo dark will be the logo that they will be using on dark theme, and the logo light will be the logo that they will use in light theme. So when you switch to light theme, it's going to display this logo, and if you put it to dark theme, it's going to display this logo, and this is going to be your favicon. This is what you see when you use ChatGPT. Every time you write a message, well, I don't think we see that anymore, but favicon is going to replace basically this. Let me show you. So it's going to replace this icon in the top here with the tab on the tab, and it's also going to replace this icon here when you say hi to your chatbot and starts typing. This logo in the corner, it's going to replace with your favicon. And so the naming scheme here is very important. You need to name them exactly this. To the main icon, you'll need to call it favicon, and the logos you'll need to call them logo dark and logo light, and put them inside of your main root directory where your app.py exists, and use the name of the folder as public. Alright, now once you do this, and the other thing you need to do is go in the chainlit folder. This might be hidden for you, it might not show up, and if it doesn't, then go to view and show hidden items, and then this might show up. And if it will, then you need to go inside and go to config.toml, open that up, and in here we'll need to scroll down, and you can see a lot of different configurations here, and you can change them and tweak them around if you know, but don't do anything if you don't know. Then what we're gonna do is come down here and change the name. This is the name what you see in the tab up here in the corner, the assistant. That's coming from here. So you need to change it to anything. I'm gonna set it to local LM and save it. And these effects, all right, now I'm gonna close this application. Let's restart it. And after restarting, let's start again. And nothing. Oh, all right. All right, so, well, it immediately took effect for us. However, it might so happen that it will not work for you guys. Even if you use those, even if you have created the files or put it in the same folder, and also change the name in the config, these things might not change. And you can see it hasn't. This hasn't changed for me. even though I can see the logo here, but this logo hasn't gone away. How we can solve it? And if you still see Chainlit and Chainlit logo here, that means you need to do one extra thing here, and that is to go into settings of your browser, and into the settings you will need to go to cache and clear the cache. Let's clear the cache and make sure not to clear anything like your passwords and sign-in information and your download history and browsing history. Make sure you're only clearing the cache of these images and the other stuff that your browser might be storing about different websites or cookies and stuff. And once you delete that, it's not going to take too much time. It's gone. Now you can see it's loaded again, and it pushed us back on the login page. So let's log in again, and you can see it's gone. So this is what you have to do: clear the cache, and you can see your logos and your name displayed on the screen, and also on the name of the tab. And you can see the icon of the pink icon of Chainlit has also gone away, and I can see that my icon, the favicon that I put there. Now if I say hi, and it will also display my favicon or my icon in the corner, in the side of each answer of the model. So, well, that's pretty much it for this video, and I hope it worked for you. If you are not following through this tutorial series, and if you're just here for this particular video, then you're welcome. And if you are following, then all the best for the future, and congratulations for making it this far. Thank you, and see you in the next one.